Tonight, correspondent Shannon Bream on the expanding influence of the court and whether that's a good thing.
With Capitol Hill mired in gridlock and lawmakers lurching from one crisis to the next, there's a growing focus on the Supreme Court's increasingly powerful role in determining the law of the land.
You look at the Voting Rights Act, you look at our broken immigration system, and when Congress isn't taking steps to fix the law, then they're leaving citizens no other choice than to raise these issues with the Supreme Court, which in many cases has effectively the final word.
Historically, when lawmakers have disagreed with a ruling from the High Court, they've passed laws that trump or essentially nullify the justice's opinion. But a new study from University of California law professor Rick Hasson shows a significant reversal of that trend. Between 1975 and 1990, Congress overrode Supreme Court decisions at a rate of 12 per two-year congressional term. Between 1991 and 2000, that dropped to 5.8 per term. And from 2001 to 2012, it plummeted to just 2.8.
It's very difficult to get anything done, much less a law that overturns a ruling, particularly an ideologically divided ruling by the Supreme Court. That's tough sledding.
Just as Anthony Kennedy hinted this week, he's concerned about the court being the final arbiter on topics more traditionally left to legislators.
I think it's a serious problem. A democracy should not be dependent for its major decisions on what 9 unelected people from a fairly narrow background, legal background, have to say.
President Obama, keenly aware of the limits on his ability to get key legislation through a divided Congress, hasn't been shy about letting the Supreme Court know exactly how he feels about their decisions.
Last week, the Supreme Court reversed a century of law that I believe will open the floodgates for special interests.
A reference to the 2009 Citizens United campaign finance decision, a prime example of a ruling that sparked heated backlash from both the White House and Capitol Hill. And yet with no legislative response, the Supreme Court's decision remains intact. Bret?